Hey, you. Wake up. And bring me beauty.
Welcome all to another 6-1 Indie Mini Indie Showcase developer interview. Joining me on the 6-1 Indie side is Mike. I am Kyle, and we are joined by Mariona from the little creepy ragdoll game we showed off called CLeM. Welcome, Mariona. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm fine.
Great.
A little bit cold, but fine.
Oh, that's fair. Where are you in the world? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
We're so on point.
I'm in Barcelona. Most people will think that this is really sunny and really hot, but it's not.
Interesting.
This is whole winter here. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of snow in Barcelona?
Sorry?
Is there a lot of snow in Barcelona?
No, not a lot of snow.
Okay, gotcha.
But we are not living in the city. We are living in a small town around the area, and here's a little bit chilly.
Gotcha.
Well,
Not snow chilly, but chilly.
But like, frigid.
Yeah.
Mariona, to kick things off, tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do with Mango Protocol? Like, what's your involvement with CLeM?
I'm the co-founder and also the art director at Mango Protocol. And to keep it simple, I am the idea girl, and and the girl who talks to people also. This is like my involvement with the team. Yeah.
Nice. Tell me a bit about CLeM. What's CLeM for folks who, for whatever reason, click this without seeing the showcase?
CLeM is a Puzzlevania mystery adventure where you need to explore an apparently abandoned mansion, and you only have the company of a notebook full of notes and illustrations about alchemy and bugs. And you need to move around the house and solve different kinds of puzzles and you need to unravel all the story behind this house, and there is a voice that is telling you what to do and what's not, and you will find out who are you and who's the voice.
Nice.
Very cool.
Well, right before we started recorded, we were talking about that voice and how we loved the tone of it. You are also the voice, playing the voice.
I am. Yeah. I'm the voice. I'm the voice in English, and I am the voice in Spanish also.
That's
and
awesome.
if everything goes well, we also going to put the voice in Catalan, our own language too.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Thank you.
How hard is it to come up with puzzles for like a game like this? Do you have to, obviously you have to solve everything first, but are you ever stumped by your own puzzles?
Yeah, sometimes, because I'm not the designer. I'm just the artist, but not just because we are three people.
Yeah, you're
There's
just
not
the
a lot
artist
of
for this
people.
beautiful animated game. It's fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, but I'm not in charge of the design. So sometimes the designer make us play the game. Me and my other partner, the programmer Javi. So sometimes it's like, man, I don't know how it is working.
Yeah.
Like the first testing made it by ourselves, and then we test with people outside the team.
Nice. Well, we very quickly latched on to the ragdoll character that you're moving around, and since you are just the artist, quote unquote, what made you decide on that design for the character being a ragdoll?
That was a really old concept, because everything we tried to use like source material I made in my uni years. I studied fine arts, and I made like a lot of work in illustration, comic, and that kind of stuff. And we used a little story. I made like a storyboard for a short movie where a ragdoll is like a servant of an evil girl.
Okay.
It's not the same. The game CLeM is not the same, but we rescue this character, this ragdoll, because we thought it was cool because you can see any expression in their face. You can see any gender appearance in their body also. So we think we thought it was really cool for the player to play with this kind of puppet with no personality, because you can put your personality into it.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. It feels like a very reflective kind of conduit for like a player character that like I already like just watching the trailer, I could see myself as that little, like for me, that little bald boy just roaming around this house, like really creeped out, like really just wondering why it's empty, why I'm feeling this sense of isolation. Yeah, it's really fascinating. I think that's a pretty brilliant choice.
Thank you. That was the idea.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, it's not a really. I think it's not a really like revolutionary idea. A lot of games have already done it, but yeah, I think it's really, if it works, why you need to keep inventing weird things, right? So
yeah, exactly.
We take it, borrow it, and
yeah,
that's
the best
fine.
ideas are borrowed. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I have you, the artist, here, because I do have a question about the aesthetic of the game. You know, a lot, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all the Mango Protocol games do have this distinct kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, with the hand-drawn, is that correct to say? Kind of?
Yeah,
like
well,
digitally drawn?
Yeah, it's made by hand, any kind of drawing, because sometimes people mistaken like analogic drawings or analogic illustration by hand drawn, or everything that is not like 3D model or something like that, like 2D kind of illustration. But yeah, we start making our games like fully on paper, like hand drawn in a white paper, scan and then process in a computer. But now we are using solely a digital devices, a big tablet and that kind of stuff.
So, like, kind of looking at your library so far, like Agatha Knife, Colossus Down, and then to CLeM, it feels like, you know, you are sticking with the same visual language, but it very much feels like each game has like a significant step up in quality and just like bringing these characters and these worlds to life. What inspired that look? Was that just something like your own like art style that you always were like drawn to? Was it something like with like this psychotic adventure branding that you really wanted to tie into?
Yeah, it's like a mixture of my previous work where we were like self-influential by, and my also my urge to improve and to make better art. So we try to keep I try to keep a balance between making our games like more pretty, more beautiful, more eye-catching as much as I can, and to keep like these kind of style traits as much as I can, like the face shape, like the 2 dots for eyes, color palettes. I don't know. There is like some like basic stuff I need to continue like keeping always in our games to show the people that in fact the games are connected, are all placed in the same universe. So
I was going to ask you that.
I cannot change a lot from a game to another, because people will not get that they are set in the same like the same universe, in the same place, in the same era or whatever. Yeah.
For such a beautiful game, the trailer ends with a psychotic adventure.
Yeah.
Like a label that you guys at Mango Protocol use on multiple games. What does it mean by a psychotic adventure?
Yeah, maybe it can sound a little bit harsh, but it's because it's our way to warn the player, because we like to make twisted games, and and maybe you can think, oh, it's pretty nice, pretty cute, like it can seem for children, but it's not for children. Well, children can play it, but it's not our main focus. We try to explain adult themes and complex stories, and this is why we put this label psychotic adventures, because I think it gives it is strong, but it gives the enough warning trigger to the people that maybe can stop and think, maybe this is not as cute as it shows.
Yeah. It lets everyone know what they're getting into before they get into it.
Yeah.
You mentioned it has the appearance of a children's game, but like obviously it's not for kids. Like kids can play it. Have you had an issue with like maybe too young of kids playing your games? Like, did a kid come across Agatha Knife and then all of a sudden they were surprised that a character was like trying to convince animals to sacrifice themselves?
Yeah, that happened to us. Like some parents in Steam, because the other platforms you never know, but because you don't have like this super direct feedback platform that Steam offers. But yeah, in Steam, some parents wrote us like, "This is outrageous! How dare you to show this to the kids?" And he's like, "Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry, but this is not a kids game." and also in events that happen as like not a lot, but quite few times. Like we are showing our game in a area. And it's like all kind of games area, and all the moms and dads are like, "Oh, this cute game, you can play it." And it's like, maybe no, it's not really cute when you kill the pig, but well, ma'am, whatever.
But they gotta start somewhere. I started young. You know, it's fine.
Yeah, and sometimes you assume that kids like maybe they are not used to the violence, but then the parents told you like, "Oh no, he's 10, but he's playing like Call of Duty or whatever," and it's like, well, if we can kill soldiers from another armies, it's fine to kill a pig, like a cartoon pig. It's fine.
The amount of like young children come in with their parents to buy Grand Theft Auto when I worked at a GameStop is outrageous that some of their parents let those kids play those games.
And granted, I was one of those kids. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, same, but
earlier on you mentioned this is a mystery. Can you touch on some of the like mystery influences, or maybe some like influences from other like film, TV, anything like that, other games?
We were really influenced by Frambo, Kill Monday game, the first Kill Monday game they published, because they were making the game the same time we were thinking to start doing games.
Interesting.
Like really back in time. Like I am old. I don't look like
we all are. It's okay.
People, but yeah, I'm fine.
That's fine.
But I'm fine. But yeah, I think this kind of like horror, more psychological horror, not super like jump scary horror. It's a kind of games that we enjoy, and it's more like we feel the urge to tell this story, and we just made the script, we just made the game, and everything flows. Now I'm not really sure that anything like super like super inspiring, like one thing or two things. No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I know you teased a little bit of it earlier, but how did CLeM and this ragdoll awaken from where we see them in the trailer? Like, well, a little bit of the narrative. Can you tease a little bit?
Yeah, my voice, my voice wakes you like like tells you, "Hey, you, wake up and
So
bring
good.
me beauty." and you need to bring beauty to the boys. This is how the game starts, and you need to find beauty in around the house.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
That sounds so good. That's like, again, like before we started recording, we told you like as soon as like the trailer started, within the few seconds, we're like, okay, yeah, we need to get this game. That everything you just said is exactly why we wanted to showcase this. This is like, yes, you are horror influenced, you are horror adjacent, but I love when people do interesting things within the horror genre. And you guys in general, like Mango Protocol throughout like the entire library, like is horror adjacent, I would say, in one or two ways. And yeah, I think CLeM is really excelling in that with that theme and that concept. I will say, I think the segment that CLeM is in the showcase is probably my favorite. And it's it's like the most chaotic trio of games.
Yeah.
Because leading into CLeM is Plushie from the Sky, which is this really like hyper anime Souls-like where you're thrashing around a teddy bear.
Yeah.
And then it's just, hey, you. I love it so much.
It's great. It's a great combo for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mariona, can you tell us where CLeM can be played and when can we expect to play the game?
Everybody can play the demo right now. It's on Steam, so for free, of course. So it's already ready to play the demo, and we are planning to finish the game. Well, to launch the game after the summer, because we have already done like 75% of the game. It's already done.
Nice.
So we are pretty on it, and yeah, people will not be like waiting a lot for the final game.
Sweet.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait for CLeM. Hope you are too. Mariona, thank you so much for joining us, and again for lending us your precious game for us to showcase. It's very exciting. Check it here at youtube.com/61indie for all future developer interviews for some of the showcase games, and you of course can go to 61indie.com/showcase for a full rundown of all 33 games that we showed off.
Until next time.
Please wishlist CLeM. Yeah, absolutely.
Play the
Absolutely.
It.
We love you and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.